Hello, you little ticker-talkers. Here's your Bubby. You know what she's making today? Homemade dog food. You know my Guido, how handsome he is? And you know what? He's actually lost weight since I started making his food, and he's so full of life. You want to add life to your dog's life? Add years to your dog's life? Follow my instructions. So here we go. It's real simple. What I have here is I have one of these big pots. You know what kind they are. Here, let's see if I can get it on there. Anyway, I'll have to turn that thing a little bit, and I won't do that, but you know what they are. Okay, now I'm gonna add, I've got hamburger here, and this is 85% fat-free. I want a little fat in there because fat is good for the dogs. It's good for us too, you know, it feeds your brain. Okay, so there, that's 85%, and that's 1 pound of hamburger. Dogs are carnivorous and they eat lots of meat. So here is 1 pound of chicken. It is actually chunks of chicken breast. I love chicken for the dogs. I even have a little chicken fat that I had left over from a chicken I cooked. And here is the chicken liver. You know, the innards are so good for your animals. There's a heart there, and a gizzard, and a liver. And I'm gonna throw that into the pot. And then I have 2 carrots, skin on, cut up, ready to go in. Just throw everything in the pot together. So that's your carrots. Next I have sweet potato. So good for your animals, so good for you too. So I've got that all cut up. And I skinned the sweet potato. I left the skin on the carrots. We pick that up and wash it off because you know what? Dogs matter too. I make sure they get good food. Okay, so that's the last of the sweet potato. Then I have 1 white potato. His mother loves white potatoes, so I give him 1 white potato, skin on. The skin is very good for you. I leave it on when I eat it too. And then I have 2 zucchini squash for a nice Italian stallion dog. Guido, the Italian stallion. Okay, so I have the zucchini. So that is what I put in there. And then I have a partial bag of frozen vegetables, which has corn and green beans and carrots and a few other items, just to be sure he's getting lots of vegetables along with his meat. Now, I put 1/4 cup. I use jasmine rice because that's the rice I like. So for my Guido, anything that's good for me is good for him. Now here's the pot that I'm using, and it's sitting down inside of my big Farberware. 1/4 cup dry rice. And then every dog should have a little turmeric. Turmeric is good for their bones. It's good for arthritis. It's just good for everything in them. So I put a teaspoon, a good heaping teaspoon of turmeric in there. And then just because, you know, they like flavor too, I put some good pink Himalayan sea salt. Not a lot, just enough so it's not bland, you know? This is a big pot. Now this pot will last for 10 days for Guido. Okay, now I put 2 of these big things of water. I'm gonna get another one so that I have plenty of water to cover what is in there. Okay, now that's ready to go. Now, I put this back in my Farberware. I put it on the rice setting. I put the lid on and I forget it. When it's done, I drain the liquid off into let me show you what I use here. I pour everything into this over the sink, and I kind of mush it a little so that some of that watery stuff comes off of the food. And then I get a masher, a potato masher, and I mash it. Then I put it in 2 different little things. One goes in the fridge, and it'll last almost a week. The other one goes in the freezer, and it'll last almost a week. Well, you know, you have about 5 days each. I figure it's 10 days for Guido. I give him a half a cup twice a day, in the morning and about 3 o'clock. He gets about it. He loves it, and I guarantee you, you want a healthy pooch? This is Bubby's dog food. What do you think of that? Now, I have a new book out called Hidden Treasures in Plain Sight. It's on Amazon, and if you haven't got my other books, Hidden Treasures in Secret Places and Hidden Treasures in Dark Places, they're all 5 stars, they're all wonderful, but the new one just released on Mother's Day, Hidden Treasures in Plain Sight. So, there you go, and there there's my dog food ready